Bruh, that is not the way we want to finish off the season. That is not the way we need to finish off the season. I understand that we're still third. I understand that we are pretty much guaranteed third place. I understand that Champions League is guaranteed. But brother, we can't go to Sunderland. We can't go to the Stadium of Light. Like, I don't know who named their stadium that. We can't go to some meme stadium. The Stadium of Light sounds like something off an anime. We can't go to the Stadium of Light and make them look like Real Madrid. That first half was tragic. We didn't offer anything in the second half. The only time we really did offer something was the last 5 minutes. So the 5 added minutes at stoppage time that we actually decided to attack and maybe score a goal. But honestly, if this team continues like this for the rest of the season, Bruno Fernandes is never gonna hit that record, bruh. Cause bro was all over the place. Bro did his thing. I don't think it was his best game, but bro did his thing still, as he always does. And the rest of the team just couldn't connect. Like, nothing was happening. The amount of misplaced passes, the amount of chances that Sunderland ended up creating, the amount of chances that we just wasted, not that we had many in the first place. This can't be the same Manchester United team that we're watching, right? And I understand, like, Šeško, he was out, he's injured. I understand we didn't start with our strikers or with our starters, for example, like Mbomo sat out. We started with Xerxes instead, and I think he was definitely off it. But I don't want to give Xerxes too much grief just because, look, he hasn't played in so long. So for him to come back to the side and play a game and be perfect, it's kind of unfair to ask him of that. So I understand that. But for me, I mean, Lisandro Martinez came in, he wasn't looking the best. I personally thought, look, I understand, Aiden Heaven is one for the future. Lisandro Martinez isn't necessarily. I understand that. I understand that Martinez, I'd probably have Martinez over Heaven for sure. But I just think if a player's out for 3 games straight, I think it's best to ease them in. I understand he's been training with the team. He's not injured, nothing like that. He's out based on a really light red card. But regardless, you got to ease him into it, and I don't think we're able to do that, right? I think Aiden Heaven, who's been playing pretty well the past 3 games, right? I think he should have kept his place and then maybe bring on Martinez and have him ease into these games, because no matter how much you train, the game is always going to be different, especially with this United team. Like, I don't understand, but we just, we can train all you want. You can go to as many different countries to train, Ireland or Scotland, wherever the hell you guys went, in the month off that you had because you had no European competitions and whatever. But anyway, right, you can go anywhere you want, right, and talk about, post on media about how intense you train, and then you come back and you play one of the worst games our United fans has ever laid their eyes on. And that's what happened with this Sunderland game. I mean, we offered nothing, bro. Ahmad didn't have the best game. Cunha was interesting, but I'd say he had the better game compared to his teammates. Xerxes definitely didn't have the best game. Again, I've spoken about him. Mainu was just decent on the park. He wasn't bad. I wouldn't say he was great. He's just one of those players that even if he's not having a bad game, he'll probably still go under the radar. Alessandro Martinez, I don't think had a good game. Maguire had a solid game. Just Marjari was kind of everywhere, and I think he did what he could do, and he was competent. I don't think he really necessarily had a good game. Let's look at the match player ratings because, okay, let's see what's going on here. So I'm at 6.4. That's what it looks like. Xerxes 6. That's perfect. Cunha 7.2. Yeah, Bruno 7.4. Again, like, Bruno needs to get this assist. He needs to get this record, bro. He's at 19. He just needs one more to match it. The last 2 games, this team hasn't showed up. This team hasn't. Well, he didn't get his. The last game was against Liverpool. He didn't get the assist in that game, but he played pretty well. And he played well in this game too. But his teammates just aren't finishing. He put a lot of good crosses in the box. No one got behind them. Whether that's up to Bruno, whether that's up to the teammates, I don't know. Mason Mount, he hasn't played in a while. And obviously he's playing out of position. I thought he did okay considering he's out of position. And I think Michael Carrick just wanted to kind of fit him in. It wasn't great, I'll be honest. It really wasn't great. But it wasn't bad either. And then Mazraoui, Shaw, 6.9. Honestly, I would have given him more. 6.9 is not bad. 6.9 is not bad. It was basically 7. And I probably would have given him a 7 anyway. So it's the same thing. So yeah, this United team was bad. I mean, let's look at the shots. Statistics, expected goals. We had .66. They had 1.17. I mean, they had more shots than us. They had more touches in the opposition box. And I mean, I don't even want to go through this. It's just depressing. Watching this game was depressing. They had slightly more possession than us, and they had quite a bit. Well, not too many more passes, but they had more passes than us, which just irritates me. You shouldn't be going to a team like Sunderland. I mean, look at the table. You shouldn't be going to a team like Sunderland and playing like you're the one trying to stay in the Premier League. You know, I know Sunderland, they aren't trying to stay in the Premier League. I understand that. They're probably chasing European football. Maybe can they? No, they can't. They're not chasing European football. But anyway, it's still possible technically, but I doubt it's gonna happen. But anyway, I mean, Sunderland, we cannot go to the Stadium of Light. Why it's called that, I don't know. I kind of like it, but it's a bit odd for me. It sounds like an anime. But we can't go to a Stadium of Light, to the Stadium of Light, and play like that. I mean, come on. We need to do better. If not for the end of the season, I understand we're 65 points. Liverpool are 59. Liverpool and Chelsea played today. They drew. So we're still 6 points above them. Aston Villa yet to play, so that could go to 3 points above fourth place if they win. But I understand that we're in a good position. I understand that, but we need to do better. We need to finish strong, and if not just for pride. You know, if you're not gonna play just for pride, at least pray for Bruno, right? At least help this man cement his name in the history of the Premier League for however long, right? Thierry Henry got that 20 assists. No one is beating it in like 20 years. I don't even know how long it's been, but it's been like 20 years. No one's beating it. Probably more than 20 years. What was it, like 04 or something? You know, Bruno has that one chance to beat. He's at 19 assists. They didn't give him that 20, which is fair. But he's at 19 assists. I mean, play for him. You know, I speak for all United fans. We all want Bruno to hit that target. We all want Bruno to hit that goal. And I think it would really solidify him as a United legend in the future, but also as a Premier League legend as well. But again, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below about this game. This game was one of the worst games. I mean, how many times have I said that this season? I've said that way too many times this season, and it's honestly depressing. I mean, I'm depressed watching that game. I understand, like, you know, we drew. It's not the end of the world. We didn't lose. I get that, but man, like, I tune into these games for entertainment. You know, if I'm tuning in and I'm watching slop on the TV, like, what's the point? Might as well turn it off. You know, but again, I always watch this side. There's no question. But I want to know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And once again, please subscribe. Our goal is to hit 200 subscribers by the end of the year. You know, and that's. I hope we can do it. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and leave a like on the video as well. That's all from me, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.